Hey chefs! Chef Sasha here, trainer, baker, and newly certified nutritionist in Brooklyn. And this is Alt Baking Bootcamp with Well+Good. My baking trajectory started at a wonderful, quaint coffee shop in San Francisco, California called Andytown SF. They obviously specialize in coffee and making coffee, but they still do these fantastic gluten-free corn muffins. And so I've taken that recipe and I've tried to recreate a little bit. We can't recreate because they are one of a kind. Super straightforward recipe. We're gonna go with cornmeal. I did medium ground because I really like the grittiness of the medium ground. And then I've got white rice flour, slightly sweeter than brown rice flour, and you want that sweetness and that fineness when using a coarser ground of cornmeal. I also have almond meal, which is tucked underneath. We're gonna put that right in, easy. We are using 2 leaveners, so baking soda, baking powder. Baking soda needs an acid, baking powder doesn't. It usually reacts with water, liquid, and or heat. The density of this dry flour mixture is just gonna need like double acting leaveners to give it a little bit of rise. Let's add in our leavener, make sure it all gets in there. This also has a little bit of salt, just about a 1/4 cup of cane sugar. Should you forego that if you really wanted to? Could you use coconut sugar? Sure. I wouldn't use like any type of liquid. We are using honey, but like as a replacement, you don't wanna use too much liquid because again, weighed down muffins. Sad muffins, we don't want that. Makes for like a really beautiful marbled color. And once that all happens, we're gonna add our almond milk. This recipe is not vegan, but I use almond milk for almost everything. Viscosity, that's honey, see that? Remember we talked about viscosity? Full circle, you guys. There we go, so viscous. All right, and then lastly, our 2 eggs, combine. Just whisk away. It's gonna be not the thickest, which is great. It is a batter rather than a dough. It's a muffin, so like you want some wiggle, right? If you shake the bowl, let it jiggle. Spray olive oil. Don't leave Trader Joe's without it. I've plugged Trader Joe's quite a bit today. Please sponsor me, Trader Joe's, we love you. You don't need a ton. Just make sure you get the sides. Bring the bowl to your muffin tin. Why? Because then you avoid spillage. I would say fill it up about a halfway, no more than a 3/4, just because you don't want things to explode. I might have just a little bit of batter left over and that's okay. You know why? Because we have mini muffin tins. So 350, okay? And then 20 minutes max, rotate halfway through. I would say set the timer for 10, assess the golden color, and then maybe set the timer for 5, and then assess again. And if you like them a little bit darker, leave them longer. If you like them a little bit blonder, take them out. Live your best life, okay? Let me help. We're back. And these have not gone in the oven yet, as you can see. And I was thinking on my way to the oven, you know, what could make these better? They're just a vessel for whatever you want in your morning corn muffin. I have these like fantastic hot and sweet jalapeños from TJ's Snack Emporium. You know and you love. And I just thought, why not? Just get them covered in the batter. You don't want them to burn. The batter has enough fat to make sure that they don't burn, and that's what you wanna do. Okay, into the oven they go. See you in 15 minutes. So many muffins and so many different sizes. We have the mini and then we have the regular and then we have a little bit of butter because who doesn't like butter on their muffin? We only put oil and eggs in this muffin, so I'm gonna cut that open. So happy for the jalapeno save. That's what we coined it here at HQ. Oh, it's so spicy. My name is Sasha. This is Alt Baking Bootcamp. You can find the recipe and more details below. We'll see you next time.